A long time ago, in ancient times, there was no fire in the world. People could only eat raw food, and life was very difficult. Back then, humans had not yet mastered the use of fire. The cold of winter made people shiver, and many fell ill because of it. During that time, there was a hero named Suiren, who was both wise and courageous. He was the smartest and bravest person in the tribe. He constantly thought about how to make life better for the people. One day, Suiren witnessed something strange. While walking in the forest, he saw lightning strike a tree. And the tree immediately caught fire, burning brightly. This discovery inspired Suiren. If he could bring this fire back, people could use it to keep warm, cook food, and improve their lives. So, Suiren brought the fire back to the tribe. The people of the tribe praised his wisdom and began to use fire in their daily lives. Thanks to this, their lives greatly improved. However, to preserve the fire, everyone had to take turns guarding it day and night, endlessly. Preserving the fire was very difficult, and many adverse factors often left them without fire. Suiren decided to find a way to create fire. He began to observe and experiment in the forest. After many days of careful observation, one day, he finally discovered a large bird. It had an orange-red beak, a black back, a snow-white belly, and claws as sharp as those of an osprey. It hopped around in the trees looking for insects and, like a woodpecker, pecked at the tree trunks with its long, hard beak. Each peck produced a dazzling spark. This discovery made Suiren realize the possibility of fire. He noticed that the bird's pecking could produce sparks. So, he began to imitate the bird's actions, trying to strike trees with stones, but the results were not satisfactory. He then turned to finding other materials that could produce sparks. He discovered that striking different stones could produce sparks. So, he continued to try various stones until he found one that could reliably produce sparks. Suiren picked up 2 pieces of flint and struck them together, and sure enough, sparks flew out. He kept working until the sparks landed on a pile of dry grass, which finally caught fire and burned brightly. At that moment, Suiren succeeded, inventing a method to create fire artificially. Suiren happily shared this news with his tribe members. He taught everyone how to use flint to make fire. From then on, people learned to use fire, no longer fearing the cold winters, and their food became tastier. The quality of life in the entire tribe greatly improved, and people were filled with gratitude and admiration for Suiren. However, Suiren's story did not end there. He was not content with just his own tribe's happiness. He wanted everyone to enjoy the warmth and convenience that fire brought. So, Suiren began to travel to different tribes, teaching more people how to make fire. Whenever he reached a new place, Suiren would patiently teach the locals how to use flint to make fire, and explain the benefits of fire and safety precautions. His selflessness and wisdom earned him the respect and admiration of all the tribes. Thanks to Suiren's efforts, the use of fire gradually spread, leading to revolutionary changes in human society. Fire not only made people's lives warmer and more comfortable, but also promoted social development and progress. People began to use fire to make pottery, smelt metals, and civilization gradually flourished. Suiren was honored by later generations as the god of fire and was forever remembered in the annals of history. Whenever people used fire, they would remember Suiren's great contribution and immortal spirit. Suiren's story of making fire is not just a legend about wisdom and courage, but also a great feat in the history of human civilization. Through this story, we learn how to face challenges and how to change our lives and create a better future through persistent efforts.